All right, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Class is in session. Class is in session. Guys, as you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up button if you're a new viewer. Consider subscribing to our lovely channel. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I was able to make $2,000 in just over 2.5 hours day trading stocks from the comforts of my bedroom. In fact, I'm 3 steps away from my bed, which is behind this big green screen here behind me. All right. So the question is for people who are newer to the markets and who are trying to learn and looking into this is, how do I get involved and, how do I execute? Where do I buy? Where do I sell? How should I go about doing this? Guys, it all starts off with some education, right? It does start off with some education. And whether you want to learn from me or somebody else, the key thing to make sure is just, you're getting a credible source. That's the main thing. Make sure you're trading from a credible individual. And as you guys know, Relentless Trader is competent and he's of course transparent. And I live stream my trades every day so that there cannot be any doubt in anyone's mind out there who is seriously following me. So for those of you who are newer to this channel, feel free to check out all the hundreds of videos that I have of me live streaming for years. All right, check out the hundreds of videos that I have here on this channel. All these live videos, and at the end of each day, like I'm doing now, there's a recap of me going over what I did throughout the day, because sometimes I do come back and take trades after the live stream. It's possible. Maybe I end the day at 11:30 a.m. and I come back at 2 p.m. if something is really moving or something like that. So feel free, there's a ton of live streams here. You guys can, go back for months and recaps as well. So with that being said, let us jump into some of the technicals, right? And before I forget, of course, on the topic of education, check out MMU, right? Merciless Markets University. That is the day trading course that I have, of course, right? Course, right? This is how you can educate yourself when it comes to having something that is organized and easy to digest in a progressive manner. You don't need a course in order to be able to learn how to trade. I never took a course. I scoured the internet like a scavenger, but a course does help you to be time efficient. It's all the information is in one place. All right. So check out Marcelo as well. If you guys do become members, Marcelo will be your other mentor and teacher, and you guys will see him posting here 6 minutes ago, 34,000 in 1 week day trading stocks. All right, 2 6-figure traders as your mentor. So for the technical analysis and where I bought and where I sold. So first and foremost, we traded 2 stocks today. Stock WAVS, which we are down 300 bucks on, and stock PRFX, which we're up $2,300 on. Now we'll start with the loss and how I lost some money today. So what we had here was a halted stock. You guys will see sometimes there's trends, right? In the last few days, it seems like there's been a lot of halts. So I'm going to pull it up on my E-Trade platform as it's a little easier to see. So stock WAVS, in pre-market, this is before 9:30, right? So between 4 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., we have the pre-market session. And so in that time frame, around 8:30, this thing went from 12.50 to highs around 18.50 and then pulled all the way back down to about 12.50. So coming into the open, it had a bounce, and with lighter volume, it ripped up from a low of 12.75 to a high of 14.79. So a circuit breaker halt occurs when a stock is going up too quickly, right? Moving up too fast, too quick. And really and truly, the circuit breaker halts are to prevent, stocks and or the entire market from crashing. So there's also the equal and opposite reaction, which is when the stock goes down too fast, too quickly. It's like, hey, the exchange halts the stock, and it's like, hey, take a breath, relax, think about what's going on here, make some proper decisions, right? So the entire stock market cannot go to zero in just one day. If for that to happen, it'll have to sell off for many days, without fail, right? So these are systems that were put in place from past experiences. So this stock opens up, right, on the resumption, and was so tricky. It pushes up, it pushes up all the way to 1587, but I could not capture. I tried to jump in, I'm in, it pulls back, and you see this big body red candle here is where I took the loss, selling in here. But that's how it goes. So I'm out quickly, I cut my loss quickly, and that allowed me to keep things tight. Now for the other stock, which is PRFX. This is the second day of continuation. This stock, believe it or not, like on Monday, I believe, of this week, or Tuesday, right? What is this? The 12th, the 11th, on the 11th, which is Tuesday, this thing went from, $4 all the way up here to $26. So this is why we trade. This stock was absolutely volatile. Now, on this particular day, I was late to the show. The volume was a little lighter. And I said, you know what? I already had a good green day. I'm not going to get involved. But it was an incredible move. So now today, as we zoom out and come back over here to today's date, the 14th, and we zoom in. So being that this stock moved previously, I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep an eye on it. As soon as it started hitting the scan, I knew the name sounded familiar, right? So in pre-market, I saw it, I mapped out my key levels, and I started watching. And kid you guys not, in the 3rd minute of the 1 minute candle making the new high over $8, this thing absolutely pushed up all the way to $8.82. From $8.03 to $8.82, about 80 cents, boom, in the blink of an eye. And so it opens up the resumption, and I get chopped out. I'm down $300. So I'm usually watching for the stock to come down and then go back up immediately. In this case, it came down a little bit more than I would have expected, and I got chopped out, took a small loss, again, keeping it tight. So at this point, I'm down about 600 on the day. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to take it easy. I don't want to force it. I'm going to be patient. And so the patience ended up paying off. Patience ended up paying off because we moved up. Hold on, let me get the right time here on this. So PRFX around 9:35. So we had the move here, we had another halt resumption, and so I got green on it. Timestamp, let's see here, we'll pull it up now. I got green at 10:24, right? So all the way, if we come all the way over here, all the way here. So it took, it took a lot of patience, right? The stock up, the stock made such an incredible move, pulled back and crawled up, and then I started to make money. So I made money between 10:24 and 10:33. So I was able to make, because I was down, remember I was down 300 on this stock. So let's watch it here. And we'll talk more about the entry here as we're watching the live recording. So all the students who are signed up, all the members, they're able to have access to these videos to rewind and fast forward as many times as they like. So you can see I'm down 400. I'm currently in at 1163, right? So I'm watching here for potential support, right? For potential support around 1130. So if we pull up Thinkorswim and we pull up PRFX, you guys will see that 1136 was the pre-market high. So I'm watching at it and I'm like, hey, can we hold up this level? So, we had the low of the last at 52 and I get long at 63. So I'm not quite in at 36, but I'm also watching 52 as a potential risk as well. So I'm in 1,000 shares, just trying to see what this thing wants to do. If you guys pay attention to the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see the active level 2, right? Which side is it? This side? Yeah, right over here. The active level 2. So I'm just being patient here. I'm going to sell half, and this thing is going to start to continue to, curl. There's 84. I'm just being patient here. I could have sold for 20 cents of gains, but I had reasons to believe, we could continue to curl. So I add right here 1,000 shares. and it rips up to 30. I'm all out, and I should have been back in here. I got a little distracted changing my size. I'm gonna miss that entry, man, I tell you. So you guys will notice that my order entry window right here is also open. And in the moment, I forgot that I had this ready in case I wanted to click over here to use 3,000 shares. Instead, you see me dabbling with the plus and minus sign here to increase and or decrease size. And this is where if you're using DAS or a broker like Lightspeed, right, the DAS execution platform down here, you can have hotkeys programmed. But I prefer not to execute through DAS. So this does make me a little slower at times. So I ended up missing. If I tell you, man, if I only had remembered that this order entry window was ready to go. Watch this. So I'm all out, and watch how the stock starts to hold up really nicely here. Look at this, 22, 22. I would have been back in at 30, 40, 3,000 shares, and boom, selling right up here around 60 would have been good. I'm back in. My fill is sky high. Trying to get something below 50 instead I'm in at 62. So this was not a great trade here in terms of the fill, but it did push up. So we got out with some green, selling above 79, or I believe 70. And right here, it ended up going into a halt. So, you know, just like that, we're at least back into the green. And so on the resumption, you know, is where we made money. So if we just skip ahead a little bit, and then if we skip ahead a little bit more, you guys will see that I'm already up 2,600. In fact, I was up 3,000, I think. I think I was up 3,000. Yeah, 20. Yeah, I was up over 3,000. I gave back a lot of money. I was up 3,300. So this was a crazy trade here. 500 bucks. And it's going to break over 15, I believe. So I'm back in at 81. Can we see the push through? I think I got a great fill right there at like 15.15. So I'm up 32. This was an incredible fill getting out. Sold at the right time. 81. Can we see the push? Boom. And see how the spreads here are huge. This is where we want the bids to be holding up so that when I'm selling, I can get the out above 15.10. I mean, I don't know where I got filled here. I have no idea, but it looks like I might have gotten a decent fill. 400. I mean, look at that. I mean, just, you know, it's close. Sometimes it's close, and you see how quickly it's fluctuating. But yeah, we gave back $1,400, man, and most of it was just because of poor fills. Or 1,000. We gave back 1,000 there very quickly because of some bad fills. But yeah, that was the day. So, you know, watching at the level 2 and watching for the edges, right? So we have patterns and we have edges, and today was a day more so for the edges. So if we're to pull up MMU again, right? If we're to pull this up, you guys don't have to pay for the course to take a look at the curriculum. You can take a look at the curriculum here in terms of just the chapters and layouts, and I'll leave a link for Marcelo's video, which does go over the like an inside look. But yeah, you know, here in chapter 24 is where we talk about the patterns and the edges. And the edges and patterns, we probably should have differentiated a little bit better with the chapters, but a lot of the edges are price action type of trades, right? Patterns, you guys will know of, like for example, you know, an ABCD, or let's say a bull flag. These are like patterns that are like widely, universally known, right? So the edges are, you know, level 2 based or smaller time frame based trades. So again, when we come back to Marcelo's channel, you guys can come over here and right down here, Merciless Markets University, an inside look. We'll grab this link and we will post it so you guys can check it out. This link will be in the description of this video. So if you want to check out the course to see what it looks like, or just of course check out Marcelo's channel, you can. Mighty Stocks, you know, Mighty Stocks, and just scroll down a little bit, you'll see the playlist right here. Be sure to check it out. So yeah, take it easy, stay safe, stay green. It's been Relentless Trader, and I am, of course, signing out.